Welcome back, everybody. Let's play not Battle for King Bottom. So, Spongebob Squarepants, the movie, the video game. That's quite the bloody mouthful. Yes, Patrick looks rather disapproving. So, if you're wondering what it was, I said I was going to be saying, last episode. So there's something interesting about the manliness points in this, and how you get them from enemies and all that. The longer I don't know if it's the longer you play the game or the more you already have, the less you actually get from killing enemies. For example, in my main file, I only get instead of getting manliness points in increments of say like 5 or 10 from enemies, I only get them in increments of 1. Of course, I actually have everything fully upgraded, so that doesn't matter, but it's something that changes over time in the game.
You may now use the cartwheel move.
New ability. I think this is actually the only new primary ability in this game.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Was that voice clip reused from Battle for King Bottom? Because I'm pretty sure it was. Let's just be.
You'd better get going, Patrick. There's lots to do.
So yes, there's now the cartwheel, which looks quite odd. Also, apparently does double damage. However, I am going to send an upgrade on this. So now, Patrick screams while cartwheeling. No. So it damages anything that comes too near, because, well, that's totally not something you did already. So now we have this huge force field that surrounds us that just hurts anything that is anywhere near close. That may not seem like that big a difference, but it actually does a lot for you. Now, my primary use, I think, though, for the cartwheel is, other than just kind of bowling through enemies, is actually that you can, you can also hit hazards without directly touching them now, too. Is that you can just, or you can get through areas quicker now. I'll be using the crap out of this whenever I'm playing as Patrick. So much. So yeah, so it's wise of me to save that upgrade point, I think. That was fun. So yes, once you're ready to leave the room, just hit the 2 buttons and you'll be on your way. And seriously, get used to this cartwheeling sound, because this is seriously my main form of transportation of Patrick. Now, something fun I found in this room. Now, there's something I noticed. There's this up here. I never really understood what that was for. It's actually for the Sonic Wave Guitar Challenge that we'll do much later. How I mentioned this is going to be 100%. Let's 100% playthrough. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can get all the extras though. But you can actually jump up around in here. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm quite sure. And ta-da! You get quite the view. The ceiling in this level is really weird. I find it's so dark and everything. Anyways. Oh yeah, so you can also see that because the path taken is different, you can actually see this area unloaded for a little bit. Yeah, notice how everything like blurs. Yeah, like that. It just kind of repeats what was last night. That's because there's literally nothing loaded there. Like there's nothing there for the Xbox to render. There you go. Another odd peculiarity. If you cartwheel on ice, you don't actually move unless you hold that direction. It's actually faster to just run than cartwheel. Animations. Anyways, that aside. So I'm not sure if I prefer Spongebob or Patrick in terms of actually who I play as with all the upgrades and all that. I think Patrick's a bit more nice with the cartwheel. It's actually a pretty major thing.
Manliness has landed.
If I haven't given you that idea yet. Now, I believe, should you pull this off, ta-da! Reminds me of a sock you could get in the kelp forest in Bikini Bottom. You got in a similar fashion by using bubble wall. What? You don't do that, game. Oh god. You can actually stand on top of these ice creams. You slide on them though.
Oh, slidey stuff.
Curiosity, if I was playing a SpongeBob, I probably could. Could I actually like, jump onto that from here? I might. No, a big advantage for SpongeBob is that because he can do that his spin attack in midair, he can actually use it to jump further. The spin attack, I'm not sure, or just general attack, I'm not sure if that actually made you go that much further, if any further, in Bikini Bottom. I think it at least made you easier to. I don't think it made you go any further, but it made it easier to control your landing. But in this game, it's very noticeable. It actually lets you go further than. Also, it kills all enemies whenever you hit that button. Lets you go further than it did. Or than Patrick can normally jump, or than you would normally jump otherwise in general. So, yeah, we got to a place that we actually were last at, like, a long time ago. That's Patrick. Yes, that is now Patrick.
Clear the road. I'm coming through.
Well, according to, Mindy, this guy is indeed Patrick, so whatever. Yes, yes. If only I had that. So nothing I don't have that I can't get here yet, right? Got to get SpongeBob Wire up Chocolate Creek and Sonic Wave I can't get yet. Oh yes, you actually have different sound clips of the plan now whenever you pick up Goofy Goober tokens.
Hi, Patrick. I've been trying to find you all evening.
It's 8 in the morning, SpongeBob.
Oh my gosh, 8 o'clock. I am late for work. Mr. Krabs is gonna kill me. Oh, Mr. Krabs.
Back at the Krusty Krab, King Neptune confronts Mr. Krabs about his alleged thievery. He asks if there is anyone present who may vouch for Mr. Krabs' character. And our yellow knucklehead McSpazatron shows up to accuse Mr. Krabs of being a horrible person. King Neptune zaps Mr. Krabs, causing SpongeBob to sober up quickly. He selflessly volunteers to journey to Shell City and retrieve the King's crown. Freezing Mr. Krabs in place, King Neptune grants a 6-day reprieve so SpongeBob and Patrick may attempt to retrieve the crown. King Neptune's daughter Mindy provides SpongeBob and Patrick with a magic mirror through which she can communicate and assist our heroic duo. We continue as SpongeBob and Patrick arrive at the Paddy Wagon.
Yes, the Paddy Wagon. That's something new in this game. Search driving 101. So yes,
SpongeBob, Patrick, it's time to start your journey. Drive the Paddy Wagon through Bikini Bottom to the edge of town.
there are some special areas in this game. Instead of just the normal free roam ones, you have levels such as these.
This road will take you through Bikini Bottom to the edge of town. Don't let the Paddy Wagon take too much damage, or you'll have to start again.
Our journey begins. Epic, heroic, daring, valiant, courageous.
You can't actually upgrade the amount of damage that the Paddy Wagon can take. By the way, it's stuck at 3
you're
patties.
driving a sandwich.
Not just a sandwich, a Krabby Patty.
With cheese.
With cheese. Never forget the cheese. Now, since I'm not actually timed or anything right now, I can just kind of do this. There's something quite sad, though, about these levels, or these driving levels, is that, or the Paddy driving levels, By the way, the paddy wagon drifts like hell. But I guess I'll explain it now. You see, the paddy wagon levels, and along with the slide levels that we'll encounter later. After the first time you complete them, you have to, if you play it again, you have to complete at least some kind of challenge. That will either be a ring challenge or a time challenge. Time challenge, if you've already completed all these, you'll actually have to complete, or you'll actually have to beat your past best time. Actually, let's just see what the number out here was too. Meaning that you'll never actually get to just have fun and enjoy the level anymore, because once you run out of time on those time trials, the level will actually end. As the paddy wagon will just break down and you won't be able to do anything anymore. It feels so weird to be able to just like free roam in the paddy wagon, not having to worry about time or rings or anything like that. But we'll deal with all that in a moment. Oh yeah, that's where it is. Right here. Yeah, if you're not on a road, on like a paved road, or at least something you're supposed to drive on, you will slide even more. Seriously, you have to control the paddy wagon pretty gently. Some of this nitrous, God. Whoa. So as you can see, some parts of Bikini Bottom are already being a bit, seeming a bit off, given there's statues of plankton and stuff like that. That's totally not weird at all. No, I believe it's pretty sure it's faster to take this. Pretty sure it's actually faster to take this route. You actually have 3 different horns. It's weird. Pretty sure it's faster to take this route that I'm taking right here. Because you just make less of a turn, I think. Not entirely sure. By the way, I'm pretty sure these cars are actually supposed to be moving like that, not standing still. I don't know, you actually do like a 360 though, whereas on the outer one I think you only turn a little bit. And it actually turns out you have increased control over the paddy wagon when you're using turbo, as opposed to decreased. It's really pretty obvious in what can and can't hurt you, by the way, so I'm not really gonna show like what can hurt you, like flying bowling ball or wrecking balls, stuff like that. And then you have water, which you'll occasionally find yourself driving around on, because that's fun. Oh God! Okay. Yeah, the paddy wagon will actually look more and more beaten up as you take damage as well. And I want to set the La Cucaracha horn extra, so I just kind of use that all the damn time. Ah, darn it. If you hit that right, that thing will actually fly way up in the air. It's kind of funny. Hi. You want to take a photo? Shut up! Wait, why aren't you telling me the wrong way when I was actually like actively going backwards? Game! Anyways. Gotta make the jump, man. I noticed. A lot of words. I like how you can actually hear the paddy wagon break down.
You've reached the edge of town, and now you can go on to the next part of your journey. Here's your reward. Come back again if you want another driving challenge.
Which we will, even though I don't want another driving challenge. Which actually might take up the remainder of this episode, too. Well, might is a bit of an understatement.
Chaos of Bikini Bottom behind them, SpongeBob and Patrick begin their long journey towards Shell City. However, with SpongeBob gone, all is not well. Plankton is now selling the Krabby Patty at the Chum Bucket, and with every purchase, customers are getting a mind-controlling bucket helmet. Squidward has discovered Plankton's plan to create an army of bucket heads. Will Squidward save the day? No. On the outskirts of town,
Well done.
SpongeBob and Patrick meet some of the charming locals who tell them they will not last long outside the city. But our friends do not listen. They should have listened. Our heroes are now stranded in a vast desert with only their feet for transportation.
Of course, the name of this level being 3 ellipsis 1,000 miles to Shell City.
Messages across the sea. SpongeBob, you have to find a way to shut those towers down.
Being a reference to the actual movie itself.
You have enough Goofy Goober tokens. Now I can teach you the
By the way,
basics.
destroying those towers does absolutely nothing in terms of preventing mind control at all. It's like the enemies stop attacking you or anything.
Now I am the master.
Yay, SpongeBob has a thing now. Except it's a thing he already had.
Wow, thanks, Mindy.
Those radio towers are broadcasting Plankton's hypnotizing messages. If we don't do something soon, every creature in the sea will be under Plankton's control. You have to go into the desert and shut them down.
You know, doing that has absolutely no
Is this
effect
the
on
really
anything ever.
dangerous desert that no one has ever returned from?
Story or gameplay wise.
No. I think that's the desert next to this one.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll have those towers shut down in a jiffy.
It's just kind of forgotten about. Anyways. So notice I actually chose the Goofy Goober token escape from, well, wherever it was. But it's still going to give me this
Do you
challenge.
want to try a time challenge?
I'm challenged all the time.
Yes.
Good one, buddy.
Yeah. Wait, what?
You'll have a set time limit to get to the end of the road. If you finish in less than the set time, I'll reward you.
Yeah, we're gonna get sick of seeing pretty much every track in the game, or every level in the game. I'm not gonna give SpongeBob an upgrade to the bash. Upgrade the karate spin though, because that'll come in use. Oh yes, those gloves become metal as well.
Black belt, here I
Whenever you
go.
upgrade any of SpongeBob's abilities, it goes from whatever it was before to metal. That doesn't always mean that in a literal meaning, but it does. But yeah, so now it reflects enemies' projectiles. So yeah, say goodbye to be able to free roam this place. Now we actually have to actually
You sure you know how to drive?
be going fast whenever we go through it. You're gonna get sick of pretty much every driving level having seeing me go through it a number of times, especially the lap-based ones. There are some that actually go through 3 laps around instead of just, well, kind of going through in general.
A new path.
That's not new, SpongeBob. So you'll get pretty darn tired of seeing everything in it. Again, that you'll see it a total of, how many are there for each? So there's 4. So again, that you'll see them all 12 times. Shit. Also, if you get slowed down, redirect or just point yourself towards something and use the nitro, and you'll hey, time to wait for the nitro to catch up. And your speed will pretty much just get shut right back up. To full immediately. It's particularly useful in the ring challenges, actually. I hate these sharp turn sections, like tunnels that you'll find in some of these. Why is that a huge can? Another huge can. Cool. It's weird actually seeing that meter getting filled, because what the game does once you get all the manliness points in the game is, instead of not letting you get any anymore, it just sets the requirement to 99999. And of course, like I said on previous, or actually it was the beginning of this episode, you get the. Oh god. Okay, whatever. You get the. You get less manliness points for killing enemies, so you just never have any chance of actually reaching that unless you're just weird and play the game way too much. I have no idea what would actually happen if you hit that number, though. Oh, it bounced over me. I actually wanted to get hit by it, and whatever. Game! It's like I'm gonna struggle or anything, but still. Oh my god.
There's the edge of town.
I win. And then Krabby Patty, and then Patty Wagon breaks down
You won the
again.
time challenge. Here's your reward.
I guess you get some dialogue each time you unlock, or you complete one of these and unlock another challenge. I think some of the dialogue's actually repeated.
Now I have a real challenge for you.
Mindy, we're ready. What do we do?
Rings will appear on the road. Go through each ring before it disappears. If you get through them all, I'll reward you.
This is actually much more of a pain than it sounds like. So actually, anybody that you would ever talk to at all in this game is, in terms of Alpha Bottom, replaced by Mindy. You can't talk to anyone else in the game. So the game feels a lot more isolated, kind of. You're just kind of alone going through places. Not that there would really very often be places or people for you to talk to and places you're at, but still. And you're probably thinking that this doesn't look that bad at all, which it really isn't. But, two things. One, the green challenges always start out pretty darn easy. And then, two, of course, this is the first ring challenge. It's definitely gonna be easy. Oh, damn it. Barely got that. Game's pretty easy on you, in terms of whether you, go through a ring or you don't. But if you miss a ring, the game's not gonna be happy about you doing so. Oh my god. Shit. If the ring becomes red, it means it when it says you don't have much time left to get it. That's a lot worse though later on when the rings actually are always going to be red when you go through them, instead of how it is now where it's actually always yellow when I go through it. Anyways, I may end up cutting out a small, cutting this out up until I get back where I was, or maybe I'll just keep this in, but I don't plan on saying anything, so I'll probably end up cutting it out. I don't know. Give me a minute. Wait, I have another upgrade point. What do I want to spend that on? Patrick looks happy.
Reflecto-matic.
Macho Star Spin doesn't actually look that almost any different from a normal Star Spin. Unlike SpongeBob's upgraded. What's his called? Is that called? Karate Spin. Oh, and by the way, the rings will always have you take the path that's actually the most rewarding. Or not the most, the least rewarding. So, like, notice how it made me avoid that nitrous right there? Like, oh, if there are two paths, one of which gives you nothing, the other gives you a Krabby Patty, it'll always make you take the one that gives you nothing. I know there's one level where the ring challenge does that on all 3 laps. It's a lap-based one. Right now in this level, I guess I am gonna be talking. Yeah, I got past where I was anyways. Right now, you have plenty of time. You can actually just like kind of mess up, have stuff like that happen, and then go through the ring. You can take your time, that's what I'm saying. But in later on, that's just not a possibility. You kind of have to just gun straight for the ring. You'll have stuff happen like what happened with that me trying to go through that passage and getting destroyed by the wrecking ball. You'll have that happen a lot more. Ring challenges are also a good idea to find some of the secrets or extras in the game, like how it led me through that one yellow building at the start of this level earlier on. Mostly in the slide levels, though. Are they helpful with that? Yeah, I would have just barely gotten that if this was actually any more difficult. If this wasn't the first ring challenge. You also kind of want to conserve your nitro for when you accidentally mess up a turn and need to make a recovery or something like that if you bump into something. During the ring challenges instead of using it for a boost of speed. Because if you just make a beeline for the rings, you're not gonna have a problem with actually being able to reach it. I'm curious, what if I actually passed up that yellow ring and went through past the finish line? Alright, so I think I'm actually gonna, well, it's time for the end of this episode anyways, but I think I'm going to skip my run of
the other challenges so easily, I have
or
a tough
my
one for you.
run of the Macho Time Challenge,
Easy? Yeah, it was easy.
since it's just me running through fast, relatively quickly again.
All right, I'll give you a hard time to beat. Get to the end of the road in less than the set time.
Alright, see you in a sec.
Going up. Going up. Going up.
Stop saying that, SpongeBob. God.
It's going up. There's the edge of town.
Alright, yeah.
You did it!
Indeed I did. I totally did that on my first try. Yes, I actually did, but... yeah.
You can try and beat your best time on this road.
Oh, no extra dialogue?
We'll do it, Mindy. Nothing can distract us.
Wheels on the paddy wagon go round and round.
So yeah, now if I want, I can just kind of screw around on here however long. Try to beat my record. If I run out of time, though, for being my record, paddy wagon just breaks down and I don't get to complete the level, which is kind of sad. So, that's gonna be it for this episode of Let's Play, what is it? Spongebob Squarepants movie, the video game. Spongebob Squarepants, the movie, the video game. That's always gonna be fun to say. So,
I'm dizzy.
I can't move the camera.
Yeah.
Cool. Bye guys, Patrick's waving.